Baltimore, Maryland. Here's the scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with Tom Brady and the defending Super Bowl champion New England Patriots. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And this will
Wait, 20. I got him. Hey, 66.
on first down, Brady. This is White on the screen. A good first down call as the screenplay gets him 9. With James White, you know that he can catch the football. He was third in the NFL amongst running backs last year with 87 catches. And as we've seen, sometimes they come in bunches. Super Bowl 51, he had 14 grabs, including the winning score. Last year in the divisional round versus the Chargers, 15 receptions for White. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Check right. Check 26, check 26. Hey, second.
They'll run with a former Super Bowl hero. It's James White. And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. Now Brady. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. First down, here's White. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Looks for White, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram, and no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Okay, defense, let's go. Let's go, defense.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go.
Jackson from the shotgun. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. Second year with the Ravens for Hurst. He didn't have the rookie season he was hoping for, just 13 catches. Remember, he's older than the average second-year player. He spent 2 seasons as a pitcher in minor league baseball before hanging up the glove and heading to the gridiron. Now he says he's more determined than ever. Put on 20 pounds of muscle in the offseason. Says he's on a mission with a lot to prove this year.
Check. Fresno.
Now Jackson on first down. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
Well, the drive starts with a completion left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. That time a slant. Brady in general on those quick hitters, he just releases the ball so fast.
He does, and he's so accurate, but most of the time he wins before the ball's even snapped by his pre-snap read. Finds out where the defense is and delivers it to the proper place.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Wait, 20. Hey, goal 66. Under 2.
On 2nd down now. It's White, and he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Brady. On the left side, a catch by White. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll make it 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Brady to throw. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 23. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. We're scoreless after 1. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Brady's got his guys 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Brady gives to Michelle. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
On 2nd down, Michelle. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to run with.
Trying to pound it in here with Michelle. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
On 2nd down, Michelle. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board 1st here tonight. Extra point good by Gostkowski, and that makes the score 7-0. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Man open left side is Brown. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Nice throw there by Jackson. You think about what a boost he gave Baltimore in the middle of last year, led them to victories in 6 of their last 7 games as a starter, replacing Joe Flacco, who had the hip issue. And that strong finish was good enough for the Ravens to capture their first AFC North crown since 2012. And now Jackson's a known commodity. He's the unquestioned starter, and with increased expectations and pressure on the former Heisman Trophy winner. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 36-yard line.
33 half left. Let's go.
Right, check, right. Mike 21, check Mike 21. Let's go, man. You need turnover. Let's get that ball. Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. It's been a long day for you. Kill, walk. Watch the safety trip.
From the gun, it's Jackson. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. 16 yards, a 1st down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It's John Simon with a sack. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Throwing is Jackson. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8.
How the fuck is he back there? My bad, bro. I'm back.
But it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Brady. Throw left side complete. That's White. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
36. Let's go on. No, 66.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. He completes it right side to White. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
40. Alabama. 380. It's the part now. Check. Cross.
Again, it's Brady. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. On 3rd down, a run from White. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. And the 13-year man puts it through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
He's going to let this one go deep. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Nate Ebner. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. This fielded at the 2.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Now the pass brought in by Roberts.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. This pass into the arms of Snead. 11 yards there, 1st down. Well, Snead figures to be an important veteran presence for Lamar Jackson. 2 years ago, it was a disappointing 2017 for Snead. That was in New Orleans. But then had a bit of a bounce-back campaign a season ago in his first go-around with Baltimore. 62 catches, 650 yards. Did have surgery in the offseason on his left index finger, but back to full health and ready to go.
At the 47-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson finds Roberts left side. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Seth Roberts, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
Oh, my.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Shit like that, throw me all the way out.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And that's complete. It's Watson. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot 1st down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Brady now to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. He got 29 yards that time.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Brady now 13 of 15 passing. That's good for 87%. It's 1st and 10. Brady gives this to White. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Michel. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for it. Here's Michel. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. Gostkowski's kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
All right, come on, James.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Watch the twist, watch the twist.
Here's Jackson to throw again. That's caught. It's Chris Moore. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. 15 yards on the play. First down.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Jackson now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Spons! No!
From the gun, Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 58 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And that is caught. but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held him in check on the scoreboard. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing communication.
They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. It's the fullback. His third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead here in the fourth. A very important extra point there, up and good, and they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Now left side on the swing pass. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still ended up with a solid game.
Tom Brady needing a fourth quarter comeback here. He's actually only done it 8 times in the last 5 years, but if you break that down further, the Pats in those years rarely losing in the fourth quarter like they are now.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Watch the run, watch the run. Tighten up, tighten up. Tighten 50.
And it's Michel once again. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Well, there's no shortage of great young runners in the NFL, but don't forget about that guy, Sony Michel. First-round pick in 2018. Almost hit 1,000 yards as a rookie, 931 to be exact, to go along with 6 scores for the former Georgia Bulldog. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Let's go.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. We come up here on 1st and 10. Here's Brady. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Working the sideline there, good route, good catch, first down, and he gets out of bounds.
You have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and then completions to use the clock.
11 more on that one and another first down. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
On the ground, this is Michel. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Sony Michel, his second touchdown of the night. And once again, the Patriots are back out in front. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead.
Go, go. Let him know, let him know. 40's the Lions. Squeeze. Here we go, here we go. Check back 40, check back 40.
They'll run for it with Michelle. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This fielded at the 2.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Dante Hightower. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Jackson. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
58, right over there, here. Mike, 58, right there. It's just me and you.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get him much, maybe a yard, and that's all. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Again, it's Michelle. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Wait, that 5-20. He's coming. Let's go. Rip. Rush in. 61. Matchbox lights.
Now Brady. And this is caught. Demaryius Thomas. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Michelle. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They'll keep it on the ground. Michelle, and across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. New England on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 4. And they'll try Michelle here running on the right side. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They've now produced 3-yard gains on 3 straight plays. Leads us to 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. With it is Brown. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't